Have you ever wanted your own TV show? Have you dreamed of showcasing your talent for the world to see? Well, now you can. Have your own TV show. You can have your own 30-minute show. Not only will you be seen in the Detroit area, but you can be viewed worldwide. Be seen on WHPR Detroit Live, Comcast Cable Channel 91, on the web at TV33WHPR.com, with the TV33 app, on Roku, Google TV, Apple TV, and on Amazon Fire TV. Act now. Time slots are limited. Sign up today and get a free replay with the purchase of your time slot. For more information, call 313-868-6612. Visit our studios and receive a free TV interview to promote your business, church, or organization by appointment only.
Feedback. Hi, this is Theo Broughton,
And I am Thabiti Mpinda,
inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for Feedback.
a positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you. Feedback. And take us along with you. Happy Monday, everybody. This is Feedback, a positive image production by Hood Research. We thank you so much for being tuned in this morning. And I'd like to just say good morning to all of you. I have to say good morning to Jewel and so many others of you who tune in and who join Hood Research for a Saturday afternoon with Hood Research. This morning I have as my guest Wayne Bernard. Wayne Bernard is a participant and member of Hood Research and has some good information to share with us. So without further ado, I want to welcome you, Wayne, for joining me this morning. Tell those who are tuned in, who is Wayne Bernard?
Well, Wayne Bernard is an activist on the west side, precinct delegate, 19 and 2, I think it is. Over there on the west side, 7th district, Gabe Leland is our acting or our city council person. Mm-hmm. And we're the industrial area over there by the Chrysler plant, 14250 Plymouth Road. Mm-hmm. Very active place at 1 Mile.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So this morning you have some information to share with us because as a community activist, you have accumulated a lot of information, and some of which you want to share. Tell us about that.
Well, there are products that are being sold that, to me, this is my opinion, that look like they're racist.
Okay.
Toward us as people, and especially toward our children. And what we raising them to think that they are the head and not the tail.
That's what we're raising them to be, the head,
Not the tail. And these products are showing them that they just might be the tail, but in a subliminal way. When you see these products, you'll say, someone's actually selling this? Yes.
Okay.
And this one product, I was trying to get more. I wanted to order the box, but the lady wouldn't order them for me.
Oh.
But they were on display, and I went to buy them, and I went back to buy the box, and they weren't there.
Oh.
So I think what I'm doing is kind of working, but I did get one, and it's called Pooplet. It's little emojis, and I see them that our children are on the phone with them, but they don't know what this is. It looks like I said, a pooplet. And the mouth comes out and it spits the candy out.
Oh, God.
And it's, they say the candy tastes like Coca-Cola.
Oh.
Yeah.
You mean excrement?
Excrement, yes.
That comes out of the rear into the toilet?
Yes.
That's how it is shaped?
That's how it is shaped. white
Oh, God. And the similar color?
and the similar color.
And
the
it has
head of
candy inside?
side of it.
Oh, wait.
Candy inside.
How much are these things sold our children
These things are sold. These things by themselves are $2.50.
$2.50?
Yes.
Oh, God.
At the Sunoco gas station. I'm telling you exactly where you can buy them at. Right there on the corner of West 96 freeway. When you get on the freeway, it's a Sunoco store there. I don't want to give you his address, but he has stopped. It's this time I haven't seen them, but when I see them, I'm going to buy them, and I'm going to take them further. And I thank you for today, letting me vent on them today.
Oh, absolutely.
And then I went to Family Dollar.
We can stop buying gas at Sunoco if they're going to sell stuff like that to our children. And $2.50. Oh, my God.
But don't do that. Don't do that. Go there and voice your opinion.
Gouging.
Because this is like I said, this is my opinion.
You can voice your opinion and then drive off.
Yeah, but see,
don't
this
have
is
to
my
buy gas, what
opinion.
you
I'm not
doing
trying
there?
to force my opinion on anyone else.
I understand.
And then
But to
on
sell excrement, toys, candy, the dispenser, okay, go ahead.
and then I go over to Family Dollar down the street on Grand River again. I think the address is 12600. I might be. Don't quote me on this address, but it's on Grand River. But this Family Dollar
Near Myers.
is right down there on Grand River. And when you go in the parking lot, I've voiced my opinion with my congressperson. John Conyers looked into it, but we don't have John Conyers anymore. But I haven't gotten a call from Rashida Tlaib yet about this same matter. But I voiced my opinion there. Their parking lot, soon as you walk in, a big hole in it where you would tear up your car if you go in.
A pothole in
A
the parking
pothole
lot.
soon in as you go up in the driveway.
Into the parking lot
Yes,
of Family Dollar store.
A Family
Okay.
Dollar store, the one on
Okay.
Grand River.
Okay.
And then it's in the front door, water goes in. They didn't, from what I saw, they didn't pitch this asphalt right.
Okay.
Because I used to weigh asphalt with the man over here at Detroit West Club.
Okay.
That's what he did. Turt used to pour asphalt. That's another story. But these people are not pouring it right because that water should not be sitting at the front door as soon as you walk in. Make a look.
Inside the Family Dollar?
Inside the parking lot is water that when it rains, the water sets right in front of the front door. And you're tracking that mud all in the stove. Okay. But this is what they're selling up in there.
The same
They're selling the same kind of
excrement that dispenses
but
candy.
get this one though. Get this, Leo. I think this was something left over from Halloween.
Oh, what's that?
It's a stick with poop on it,
Another
and
one?
it lights up. It's a glow stick with
Lord.
poop, and it's glow poop.
Now you got
A glow
excrement,
wand
two types of excrement. One that gives out candy and the other that lights up.
that lights up, and it's
Okay.
poop, glow poop, and it's $1. And it's got 3+, so that means you can sell this to a 3-year-old or 4-year-old, and they can walk around and say you got poop and it glows
Oh, God.
on a stick.
So they're telling you that you should provide this for 3-year-olds to walk around with.
It says a light stick, one piece of top, and then it's the bin, which is the poop stick, which is the poop. It said Dream Glow. That's what it's called, Dream Glow. And it's called Glow Poop. Glow wand, and it has a glow wand.
Oh,
And it goes like this. It goes up, the poop goes, you turn it upside down, and whatever goes, it goes inside of the poop head.
oh boy.
It goes inside. And it gets up and it fills up and it's the color of poop. Yes.
And that's
I'm
$1 also.
This is $1 also at the Family Dollar. And this is what they're selling to our children. And people say, well, I wouldn't buy it for my child. And I'm asking people, would you buy this for your children? Would you buy any of these products for your children?
Oh my goodness.
And I'm asking Family Dollar and I'm asking Sunoco, would you please not sell these things? But
Right.
until now, I think they were still selling them. But I still see this at the Family Dollar, this poop stick, but I have not seen the pooplets. I haven't seen those.
Okay.
But they're still there because she won't order them. That means they're not selling somewhere else.
That's correct, right. Or perhaps at another Family Dollar.
Family Dollar.
It is a chain of stores.
But this pooplet is sold at Sunoco. That's where I seen it. I've went to other stores and I haven't seen them. I sent them to a friend of mine. That's probably the friend that's calling me on the phone. I sent them to him, and I sent them to a friend of mine in St. Louis. She said, I've never seen these. What is this? That was she asked. She said she's never seen them. And I said, have you seen these in any of the other stores? No.
Okay, now the question next that I have is, on those products, does it have a company name, a city, a state?
I'm glad you asked that. Yes, this one, the Pooplet, has the logo, and it's coming out of, it says Kids Mania. And I seen it's 5012 4th Street.
F-O-R-T?
4th Street.
Oh,
like four.
F-O-U-R-T-H.
Yep, T-H.
Okay, 4th
Fourth.
Street.
Four,
Okay.
like four.
Okay,
Street.
right. What city?
California. Coming out of California.
But they say the city, 4th Street, and what city in California?
It says Irwindale, California.
Irwindale.
And I've been trying to contact them for about a year, and I guess because of the pandemic, they slowly getting back to me. And the poop stick is made in China. That's where this one, and it's distribute. It's a LLC, 500 Valvo Parkway, Chesapeake, VA.
Virginia? Okay.
But it's made in China.
Okay. Next.
That's
and the
where
third one and the third one.
that was the poop stick. It was only two products. There was only two products that I've come in contact. But they still got the things that I talked to you before about the
They go
the
on
pickaninny,
right,
the little
right.
pickaninny cards that used to have the children with the alligator in their mouth, or they wanted to feed our little black children from Haiti or the Haitians to the alligators.
Right.
That kind of nonsense. And I haven't seen those cards anymore either, but I haven't went out to that place since this pandemic. I haven't been out there. They were sold out here in Dixieland Flea Market, out here in Waterford, Michigan. That's where I saw these at. And I was going to buy those, but the lady said they weren't for sale. I said, how can they not be for sale? You have them on display. But she said she's not selling them. And she had a lot of things that looked at, racist toward blacks. But like I said, this is Wayne Bernard's opinion.
I understand.
Someone might not look at these emojis as being racist. I think they are very offensive.
Yeah.
Especially anything that spits his mouth out and has candy in it. And then it's saying poop. Pooplets.
Right.
Like whatever comes out of our mouth is poop. I don't know how that, any way you want to take it, how they say you go from there.
Yes.
But I thought this was very defensive, this poop stick and this pooplet head. And they're selling it to our children. This was disgraced, $2.50. But then they have them in a case, so that adds up.
Oh, definitely. Two, that's $5.
Yes.
Yes. We would like you to call in, and the telephone number here is. Did you write the telephone number down?
The telephone number is 313-365-7327. Or 313-365-7379. That was 313-365-7379 or 313-365-7327.
Thank you.
To call here.
Whoa, that's that is truly an insult to the community. you've not seen any of those sold in a predominantly non-black
Black.
community, right?
Yes, because I support all black. I go everywhere, but I go and get gas at this Sunoco. That's how I saw it. But I haven't been back there since. And I go up in there, and then the guy was so offensive to me. And yeah, he told me he didn't want my money. I said, well, I don't have to come here. I don't have to. Matter of fact, he told me last time I was there, he didn't want me to come in the station, period.
Oh, my.
Oh, yeah. So I stopped going. It's right by my house.
Yeah.
So I stopped going there.
Right. And
But I do check in the morning. A friend of mine works there. She tells me, and I'm not going to say her name because I want her to lose her job.
no.
But she tells me when these things will come in. And I'm hoping that it doesn't affect her.
Right.
Because she thinks they're offensive too. But she can't tell the man what to sell in his store.
Right. That's correct.
I'm just asking. I'm asking, would he not sell these? But like I said, this is my opinion. Wayne Bernard's opinion.
Well, others need to learn about them, and have you spoken with any ministers to see what their response is?
Well, I've spoken with Nan. I'm going to display these with Charles Williams of King
Okay.
Solomon.
Okay.
I'm going to display them with Nan. They're going back up after the pandemic. They haven't been having a lot of meetings either, but
Right.
they've had like Zoom meetings and things like that. But they're going. He's looking into putting up a tent on the grounds of King Solomon, which is on Marquette, 1600 Marquette, on the Boulevard, King Solomon Church, and he's looking at on 14th and Marquette. Yes.
Yeah.
He's looking at doing something over there with the Nan outside, and as well as the church. He's looking at put up a tent
Right.
where they can have their meetings,
Right.
where
And
people
that's-
can do social distancing and things like
Right,
that.
and as the weather gets better.
But he hasn't shut down since the pandemic. He has the vaccines over there now. He's had the COVID testing going Thursday. I think it's Thursday through Saturday from like 1 to like 2, I think. And he has it going on Saturdays too. And the churches, we're open for church there too,
That's good.
every Sunday.
And also, it would be good to contact and show those items to Reverend Sheffield, who is on Grand River, not far from that Family Dollar store that you're talking
Oh,
about.
yes. Oh, yes.
And he can make sure that the persons who come to the Sheffield Center will be made aware that that particular Family Dollar store is not for the benefit of the children nor families in the community.
And I thank you. But I'm not saying don't go to this Family Dollar. I'm saying you need to go in there and voice your opinion. See, it's all about opinion, folks, your opinion. Because I still say Union products are sold there. They have the Angel Soft toilet paper, which I'm holding here. This is Union paper that's made right here with the unions. This is toilet paper that is keeping you a job. Black people. And it used to have a black baby on it, but I don't know if this baby looks black or white. Not that I'm being prejudiced, but they used to have a little black child on this toilet paper.
Maybe it's a biracial child, okay?
Maybe it's a biracial.
Biracial
But this paper is made by union people,
Okay.
the Angel Soft.
Okay.
And there's a couple other products that are made by union, and I'm telling the people what to buy with your money, how it takes you and keep you a job. Certain products that don't support your neighborhood, don't support you and your family, I don't think you should buy it. And what do you think? Like I said, this is my opinion.
Right.
You know, products that are good for you, that might support you. And it used to be the Watkins. Anybody know Watkins products? My dad sold Watkins products.
Watkins. Their company was on Grand River.
Grand River.
For a long time.
Long time. Someone just burnt that building up. Yes. Tried to burn it to the ground. Matter of fact, they did. And that we used to sell rock, but now it's a person online that can sell the Watkins products. I like the cold suppressant rub, the SAF. Very good. Very good. And then I like my old friend that my mother used to give me all the time. Father John's cough syrup is your friend.
They sell that.
They
as
sell
well.
that. Oh yeah, they
vanilla,
sell that.
Vanilla was a flavoring.
Vanilla
that,
flavoring.
Everybody.
They sell. Okay, they sell family. They sell at David Cutrate Drugs on 6 Mile. They sell it there, which is black folks over there. You can go buy from them. I have another store. It's a barber shop called JV's Courtside, and they're located on the 7 Mile, and I have her address here. Her address is 18474 Wyoming, JV's Courtside Barbershop, 48221. Number is 313-492-3280 or 313-863-6848. 313-863-6848. And they sell products that are very conscious to black folks. They sell the product for your skin, which is called Black is Beautiful. It's peppermint butter that goes over the whole body. Peppermint butter. And they sell also, she makes oils. And I have on that today. It's called Posthumous President Obama.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. It smells very good. And then she has Creed, Etifius type, and it's for males, as I wear the male oil. And they have women's products, too, for women. They have the body and musk oil for men, and they have the body oil for women. And this is right in the barbershop. She'll cut your hair, and she has the display for these items.
And it's on 7 Mile and what?
It's on 7 Mile in Wyoming, off of 7 Mile in Wyoming.
Okay.
18474 Wyoming.
Okay.
JV's Courtside.
Okay.
And I think I gave you the numbers.
So yes,
But these are products that are not offensive to black folks. They don't have the poop and things. They have stuff for your hair and stuff for your skin. You know?
yes.
And they have stuff for children too. She cuts children's hair, and she has products for small children too.
That's good, and I'm really appreciative that you are sharing black products that are available for our community, and it helps us to recycle the money within the community.
There you go.
You know, and the more we recycle the money in our community, and maybe some people don't know what that means, to recycle money within the community.
See,
What do
because
you
once
think?
the dollar, well, I think once the dollar hits us, it only stays in our community. Maybe, I don't even think it stays in this community overnight.
Well, how do you recycle the dollar in our community?
By spending with one another
Okay.
and sharing, like we're doing today, Theo, sharing these products and sharing the good with the bad, like these poop products. I would say, my opinion, Wayne Bernard's opinion,
Okay.
these are bad. These poop sticks and pooplets,
And all of that.
mess is bad.
That kind of thing undermines the character of the community, and it's saying to others, all you want is it, SH. And that is not the case. The culture of the community is not to be made fun of.
No.
And so to have something like that, I'm very appreciative that you have taken your time to come out and let the community know about that which is harmful, very harmful for the character of our community. And we already are inundated with this music that is so negative, so negative. And people want to say, oh, you don't like rappers. It's got nothing to do with me. liking or disliking rappers. I happen to think rap is fine.
Fine, yes.
But let's talk about positive rap. Not rap that says, go spray the block, which technically means go outside and kill every black person you see. It does not mean go and water your neighbor's grass.
No, it doesn't.
That's not what it means.
But Theo,
We need to learn the slang the young
yes,
people are speaking.
Yes. I'm so glad you said that, Theo, to piggyback on what you're saying. The young man that just passed, I met him maybe twice. DMX.
Oh, yes.
I have him on this paper that I get from the Nation. The fella sells it at the Harbortown Market.
Okay.
He was very prominent young black man that preached a good message in his music.
Up in here, up in here.
Yes, he had it in his music.
Yes.
Yes, he really did.
Positive.
Positive.
And he was a rapper.
And he was a rapper.
And someone for our young people to look up to.
Yes.
If you want to imitate somebody, imitate the positive
Positive
rappers. But for the Grammys, they are disgraceful, and the NAACP. The Grammys had the nerve to give awards to this guy who calls himself Da Baby. He can't even spell THAC. Call himself DABABY. And he uses the negative term. Oh, God. That they say that they buried the N word.
Well,
He uses that all through his rapping. In addition to that, he's the one that tells you to go spray the block. And so he's encouraging young people to denigrate their own community and kill up whatever they can. I mean, they're helping the white police who are shooting our young black men in the back. That's the last thing we need is our own people killing our own people.
but it's probably an incentive for him. It's probably something in it for him to do that.
Well, the company that pays him well, okay, happened to be using him to undermine the black community, so that there's only a minority of blacks who are doing this negative entertaining.
Yes.
But the persons who support them are using them to make other non-black people believe that we are all like that. We all want to kill. We all want to use negative words to describe our own people. And then the Grammys had the nerve, the unmitigated nerve, to give an award to this woman for the song, what is it called? Stallion. No, Stallion is her name.
Megan B. Stallion.
Yes, I'm trying to think of the name of the song. But anyway,
Don't say the song.
this particular
I think I know the song you're talking
about. Yeah, this particular song, she had the nerve to
Did she accept the award?
to gyrate. Of course she did. To gyrate too. When she came out, she was looking very nice, very presentable. But as her presentation went on and on and on, she got deeper and deeper in the gutter. And by the time she got to the end, she was rolling around on a bed with this woman, Cardi B. So now that's two rappers and negative. Oh, God. And for whatever reason, she agreed to be on top of this woman humping like she was a man. I mean, the craziest thing anybody ever wanted to know about.
I didn't see that, Theo, but I'm glad I didn't see that. I hope my niece and them didn't see that
Yay.
either.
Well, thousands of people have written to the FCC about it and complaining and talking about the insult, and they don't want it, don't need it in their living room. Anyway,
Well,
we are on a break right now.
Okay.
Oh, my
On
God.
that, we need a break.
Yes. Jeez. So, you too can take pen and paper and your computer under your fingertips and call whatever to the FCC and let them know They need to exercise some dignity and tell the Grammys you will not be on the air if you continue in this manner. And for the people in our community, you need to think twice about wanting to be a part of the NAACP. The National gave awards following suit. Dumbest thing you ever thought about. And the local NAACP said nothing. Seems that the NAACP is outliving its usefulness. And with that, anyway, Wayne Bernard, I want to thank you so much for being with us this morning. And I certainly
Thank you for
hope
having me.
there's some other things that you can, in the future, share with us so that we can make sure the community is made aware and take steps to help make a change. With that, I want you to stay tuned, and we will be back momentarily. Feedback. Hi, this is Theo Broughton,
And I am Thabiti Mpinda,
inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for Feedback.
a positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV. Watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you. Feedback.
You're watching Detroit's own WHPR TV. Detroit Live.
This is Theo Broughton from Feedback. You can watch me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at WHPR TV Now app. Download our free app at WHPR TV Now.
Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern.
Hi, this is Theo Broughton, and I want you to know that the Dabo Sheffield Center is the happiest, healthiest, and most supportive center in our community. But I also need you to know that the happiest day is the second Saturday of every month when Hood Research meets at the Dabo Sheffield Center, 12048 Grand River on the corner of Wyoming. Our meeting begins at 2 p.m. This center is where you meet all of the important people. Join us at 2 p.m. on the second Saturday. See you there.
Hey there, it's me, Butter, with my new book, The Many Adventures of These Nuts. Let's be nuts about our health. Join me and my friends, Wally Walnut, Almond Cruz, Pumpkin Spice, Chica Cheminsky, Morgan Raisin, and Hallie Cranberry, here with rhythm and song to share a fun way to stay safe and healthy. So together we can all be nuts about our health. Ebook available now on Amazon, or get a hardcover copy at www.thesenutstrailmix.com. That's nuts with a Z.
This is Bruce Simpson, your City of Detroit Ombudsman. I am here to address all of your complaints and concerns. If you need assistance regarding city services, please contact my office at 313-224-6000 or contact us via email at ombudsman@detroitmi.gov. This is Bruce Simpson, your City of Detroit Ombudsman.
How you see the world is everything.
Oh my God, girl, you take all day.
Oh, hi.
How you doing, little man?
The people you trust,
Stay safe. Go.
your community,
You rolling with the pain today.
I'm gonna show you how it's done, Payne. In the best and the worst times.
Walk away from me.
Ma'am, stop! Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien. I see myself
Gracias.
and the people I serve.
Hi.
Officer Linda, Officer Linda.
Sweet. Girl, you know you can do my job, right?
I'm Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabri, encouraging all taxpayers to please take advantage of the several payment options available.
You can pay online by visiting the Wayne County Treasurer's Office website. Paying online is easy and convenient.
You can also download the mobile app and pay with your smartphone.
You can pay at one of 70 kiosks located throughout Wayne County.
And yes, you can always still send in your payments using the U.S. Postal Service.
If you have to visit our office in person, you must make an appointment by going to treasurer.waynecounty.com. It only takes a few minutes. Facial covering or mask is required and social distancing is observed. Your health and safety is very important to us. You can also email our office at taxinfo@waynecounty.com or call us at 313-224-5990.
Feedback. Hi, this is Theo Broughton,
And I am the BDM Pinda,
inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for Feedback.
a positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you. Feedback. And take us along with you. Absolutely. Every time. And you know, I got to tell you that this coming Saturday and every Saturday after now, there's an afternoon with Hood Research from 2 p.m. until 6 p.m. It's what you call a phone cast. This is a broadcast, but Saturday at 2 p.m. we have a phone cast. And for those of you who have pen and paper handy, I want you to write down this number, 1-978-990-5000. That's 1-978-5000. And it answers quickly. Then you put in the secret code, which is 338729. Press the pound key and join the conversation. Once again, the access number is 338729. Press the pound key and join the conversation each and every Saturday from 2 until 6 p.m. Or you can call in, you can ask your questions, you can share your information, just like Wayne Bernard did with us this morning. And we welcome that as well. We have presenters, and also candidates are welcome to call in and be available for those who are on the phone cast to ask their questions. That's every Saturday, 2 until 6 p.m. Now I have with me my co-host, Mark Cummings. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning. Hot show. Brother Wayne Bernard was bringing the heat on us today.
Yes.
It's all about information, and people need to know what's going on out there.
They definitely do, so that they can respond appropriately. But for anybody to walk into a store and think that poop on a stick is cute, they need their head examined. You do not need to show anything like that, and particularly when you're talking about 3-year-olds. Can you imagine if they see something like that? They might want to pick it up. Not good.
That's some Twilight Zone type of
Hey,
stuff.
you got that right. Yes.
We got another hot guest coming in here. We're going to speak to today, and folks out there, Keith Owens will be on the line shortly. And for people out there to know about journalism and know about good writing, this brother has written for just about every periodical in the city. The City View, that was the black newspaper. I wrote there with them. Metro Times, Detroit Free Press, you name it. My goodness, he's been a part of what's going on in the city of Detroit. And we're going to have him on with us this morning.
And for those who are tuned in, you will be able to see him on the screen. Yes.
Are you ready? We got him on, Brother Tim?
Well,
yes, I'm here.
There he is!
Yeah. All right. Well, happy Monday to you. Thank you so much for coming and join us.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, sure. First of all, tell us, who is Keith Owens?
Well, I've been in Detroit going about 27 years or so. I really appreciate the introduction, brother. I came to Detroit to work with the Detroit Free Press back in 1993. Was one of the ones who went on in strike in 95.
Oh, yes.
Since then, I've worked on the Metro Times, worked on where Metro Times, worked with the, like I said, City View, also worked with the editor of the Michigan Chronicle twice. And have also done some PR work as well. Musician as well. So yeah.
Did you say musician?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, and in what area? Tell me about that.
Guitar. I played mostly blues. The band I was involved with most recently was more kind of fusion funk. But most of the time I played blues. I played with Luther Keith's blues band, played with Harmonica Shaw, played with a number of people around town.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of different clubs. So played for quite a while around. I started playing really years ago when I lived in Chicago for a while.
Oh.
So I've been doing that for a while.
Oh, that's interesting. Did you, or do you, I should say, know, I think it's little, what do they call him? Willie. Sonny. Anyway, he's a very well-known harmonica player. He's been in the business for 60 years.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I've never played with it, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's wonderful.
Got Miss Brokenness.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm interested now. Yes.
We gonna slip off the journal.
All right. We're gonna get back to that because we got to invite him to come down to Bert's. That's where I go and sing. That's why. That's why I had to do a sidebar, shall we say? Yeah. But now, for a time, you worked for Wayne County too, didn't you?
Yeah, I work there now too, as a matter of fact. But yeah, I worked with the Wayne County Treasurer from 2006 to 2011. Mm-hmm. I ran communication for him, and I currently work for the Wayne County Executive, Warren Evans. That's my day job. Yeah, I work with communications with him.
Right. Okay. Now you have something that you're working on now that we need to talk about.
We actually started close to 3 years ago when we published the first one, but and actually one of my co-publishers and co-founders, someone I believe you know, Dr. Robert McTire, and he said to tell you hello. But he was all of us are Chronicle alumni, and he was an editor of the Michigan Chronicle as well. But it's called Detroit Stories Quarterly, and it's basically it's predominantly science fiction, horror, fantasy, alternative fiction. All the stories with the Detroit theme, they have to be to be in the fiction. And most of the authors are from Detroit, not all of them, but most of them are from Detroit.
Oh, okay.
And it comes out quarterly. Our first issue came out in 1998. But since I'm sorry, but 2018. What am I saying? 2018.
Oh, so,
and then that was our first issue, and then we published 6 issues altogether. My most recent issue came out last month in March.
Mm-hmm.
And our next one should be coming out in a couple of months. But yeah, we feature about 4 or 5 stories every month, and really enjoying it. Yes, I've been a huge fan of science fiction, fantasy all my life. You know, like I said, myself and Robert McTire and Cornelius Fortune, we all got together and started this several years. We've been talking about it several years before then, and we finally got it going, and it's doing okay. It's doing well.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, it kind of makes me think about the Twilight Zone.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite series. Yeah.
Oh man, the one about the guy who was an avid reader.
Oh my God! Yeah, that's
everybody.
That's my wife's favorite episode. Yes, I love it.
Yes.
Finally had that time to read.
Yes. Did you ever watch that, Mark?
Yes,
the Twilight
indeed.
Zone?
I love the Twilight Zone. And speaking of the Twilight Zone, I was looking at some of the titles of some of your offerings, Brother Owens. And Hell Delivers was in the first volume.
Oh, Lord.
I'm like, what is that? And then you got one called The Beast of Belle Isle. Now tell me about that.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, the Beast of Belle Isle. That was I had a lot of fun with that one. Basically, it's about some creatures who are kind of from another dimension who've been inhabiting Belle Isle for a long time, and nobody really knew that they were there until one brother kind of stumbled on them, and turns out they were the original inhabitants, really, of Detroit.
How about that?
And it's kind of a play on a theme of black people being the original people. But and so once they're discovered, then it winds and people begin to find out who they are. 'Cause first, of course, he's terrified about what these beings are, because of course they look kind of strange. But then as pursues on, at one point they have Belle Isle hovering above the sky, and people are wondering how this happened and how they did this. And then they basically, because then if they're there doing these things, what rights do they have? And it comes to a scene that I had a lot of fun with. Basically, they pleaded their case in court, and they didn't. and they did it really to make their voices heard because they didn't have to, with what they were able to do, but they wanted to basically let people know they were there and what they were about, and so they pleaded their case in court. But those were the Beasts of Belial. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That sounds like it can be developed into a series for television. It does.
I would love to see that.
Oh, absolutely.
I would love to see that.
Yes. Now the 6 issues that have already been published.
Yes, it just got published in March. Yes.
Okay. Now the issues.
I'm sorry. That's the seventh. That's the 7th. We have 6 out now. The 7th one just came out in March. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Now, tell us about the availability. How do we get the issues? Because
absolutely, of course, you can easily go to Amazon. Just type in Detroit Stories Quarterly. But also, we prefer people to go to our website, which is DetroitStoriesQuarterly.com.
Okay.
And this again, just easy to remember. Just DetroitStoriesQuarterly.com. And then you can go and can see where all of our issues are listed there. And people just click on it, and it'll take you where each issue is, and they can purchase the issue there. But that's where you can see not just the current issue, but all the other issues that are there are listed there. As well as we have a blog, we have a site telling who we are, who the founders are, and about the whole Detroit Stories Quarterly. And we have some other things there. We also have live interviews with all the authors. Are on our site too, which are a lot of fun.
Nice.
So we've had I don't know if the law firm, of course, Ruben Monday from Lewis and Monday, and he was one of our authors, and we have him on there. We have John Telford on there. We have a number of people on there. We do live interviews with them about their stories. Luther Keith, another author, and they talk about their story and how they wrote it and how they what their writing process is. We have a lot of fun things on the site, so we just encourage people to come and take a look and see what's there.
Tell me about another issue, Mark. What you got over there? Read something.
Well, it's so much good stuff here, Keith. Yeah. And I know I came across the fact that you're looking for more writers
for
the magazine.
Yes, we are.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And
we start. I appreciate you saying that, and we definitely are. We want to get the word out about that. I mean, when we started the publication several years ago, it was just myself and Cornelius Fortune and Robert McTire, and we were writing everything, but as we got that, we because we say it's Detroit Stories, and can't be just Detroit Stories, and we're the only ones writing. And like I said, we've had success. We've had other writers come in, but we want to put voices out there. We want to give people an avenue. People who like to tell stories, particularly. I mean, any kind of fiction is fine. Like I said, we're partial to science fiction, or horror, fantasy, that sort of thing. But fiction, we have straight fiction too. But there's not many avenues in the city. I don't know if there's any really.
Right. Brother Keith, we coming up on the break. I hate to break in, but Brother Timmy Tim said we're gonna come up on the break, Miss Broden.
Okay.
We're gonna get right back to you, Brother Keith.
Okay.
All right. Those of you who are tuned in, stay tuned. We'll be back momentarily.
Indeed.
Yes. Feedback. Hi, this is Theo Broughton.
And I am Thabiti Mpinda.
Inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for Feedback,
a positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
And take us along with you. Feedback.
Hey there, it's me, Butter, with my new book, The Many Adventures of These Nuts. Let's be nuts about our health. Join me and my friends, Wally Walnut, Almond Cruz, Pumpkin Spice, Chica Cheminsky, Morgan Raisin, and Hallie Cranberry, here with rhythm and song to share a fun way to stay safe and healthy. So together we can all be nuts about our health. Ebook available now on Amazon, or get a hardcover copy at www.thesenutstrailmix.com. That's nuts with a Z.
This is Bruce Simpson, your City of Detroit Ombudsman. I am here to address all of your complaints and concerns. If you need assistance regarding city services, please contact my office at 313-224-6000 or contact us via email at ombudsman@detroitmi.org. detroitcity.gov. This is Bruce Simpson, your City of Detroit Ombudsman.
How you see the world is everything.
My God, girl, you take all day.
Oh, hush.
How you doing, Luna?
The people you trust,
Stay safe. Go.
your community,
You rolling with the pain today.
I'm gonna show you how it's done, Payne.
in the best and the worst times.
Away from me!
Ma'am, stop! Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien.
I see myself
Gracias.
in the people I serve.
Hi.
Officer Lima, Officer Lima.
Sweet. Girl, you know you can do my job, right?
We are here this morning with Keith Owens, the author of and one of the owners of Detroit
Quarterlies.
Yes. Okay. And we are happy that you've had an opportunity to be with us this morning to tell us about the opportunity to read these thrillers, shall we say. The thrillers. Oh, they sound really good. And I've decided that I'm going to order some for presents, too.
Well, thank you.
Think they will make good presents?
Without a doubt, I'm sure they will, because we got a lot going on with these issues. And Ms. Brown had asked about some of the other stories that you penned, Brother Keith. And let's see, this issue coming up, this winter 2021, where does that alley go?
Okay.
I'm interested in knowing where the alley goes.
Yeah, the story behind that was kind of interesting. I'll keep it brief, but my wife and I used to have an office at the Green Garage, which is a cooperative working space in Midtown, and they have a thing called the Green Alley behind them, and Tom and his wife Peggy Brennan, who owned the Green Garage, they had a show, basically a broadcast talking about the history of the Green Alley, and I was listening to that. And when I listened about how it all came to be, I told him, I said, that'd be a really interesting story to tell about how that alley came to be. And I asked if I could have the transcript from that presentation that he made, and he said sure. And I basically built an alternative fiction story around that presentation, and obviously it became because obviously the way I wrote it wasn't in the real history, but there is some real history in there in terms of how the alley came to be. And what it ends up being is that it's about the history of the Green Alley and how that came to be. But what the focus of the story really is that there's a current Detroit and there's an alternate Detroit, and it's basically what is at this time. It's presenting Detroit in a time kind of dystopian future where the rains have been happening in Detroit for 5 years, haven't stopped raining for 5 years. Wow. But the alley leads to a future Detroit. Wow. But in the future Detroit, when a narrator goes, for a while he's been the only one who's been able to pass over between the current Detroit and the future Detroit. And he's basically the bridge to lead people over to because in the new Detroit he finds all these children, but there's no adults. You kind of find out that the children are the only ones that are there.
Wow.
There are no adults, and the children are very, very advanced, and basically he comes to find out that they're really, running things. And they've been waiting for him. They've been waiting for people from the older Detroit to pass over to basically make either transition to what the new future is for the city. And so once he's there, the narrator comes over there and really starts making an introduction, is when I'm going to have a follow-up story to this too, basically in terms of following up what the whole new area looks like. But that's what that is. It's kind of like what old into what does the future hold, and what's the new Detroit going to be, and how much a part the children play in that, and what the children know as opposed to what the adults don't know, that sort of thing.
Right.
Oh, that's interesting.
That sounds like a metaphor, Ms. Broughton, for passing the torch.
Hey.
That's it.
I like that. Wow. Okay, tell me more.
Yes, indeed. You got quite a few stories in here. What are some of the stories in the Detroit Stories Quarterly that you've read that you'd like to share with us?
Oh, there's something. I mean, there's a lot of great stories. Like I said, my colleagues obviously have written to Dr. McTire's written a lot of stories in there. Or Cornelius is currently teaching. He's been kind of tied up, so he hasn't been able to write as much. But Dr. McTire has a whole series about about some young detectives.
Okay.
You know, and I think that is really, really an awful lot of fun. And I really encourage people, if they want to take a look, is, for example, TT and Tess, the fried laptop, and there's just a 3-part series. And that's basically about someone's little child, these black kids, the detective, but they're also very strong in technology. And it usually advances the theory in terms of the importance of technology, what kids know about technology, and it really promotes that whole importance of how children have mastered technology and using that to advance, themselves in the culture. And they use technology to solve certain crimes and a lot of other things that are happening, so it's a lot of fun. Like I said, this is a 3-part series that he has. And they're basically solving a whole bunch of crimes that are going on, and it's a lot of fun. There's another one called Devil's Night, which is and this is in the one from fall 2020. And Devil's Night has a story about that guy who gets lost on his way to a party, and he begins to find out he's finding himself in a whole other dimension in a house. And wondering what's happening in the house and find out what's chasing him. And when he finds out what's chasing him, he turns around and, hightails it out of there, But there's so many stories, man. I mean, there's different, the one that we have in the most recent one is a story about a very different story by a woman named Catherine Sinclair. And she found us, and she had told us about a story that she wanted to write. And her story is basically about spousal abuse, is what it really is, and the way she unravels the story, and her mother also writes the second half of the story, which is really interesting. But it starts out, it's basically a road trip, and what happens, the way her husband is not paying attention, and the way he basically is just mistreating her through ignoring her and not paying attention to her until it causes her a lot of pain. And then her mother follows up with a very dramatic turn and ending in terms of how her mother handles that, and doesn't let her daughter know how she took care of that situation. And it's a very different kind of story for us. Like it's straight fiction, not science fiction, but it's very good and has a very good, painful but a very powerful message about domestic violence, that sort of thing. And there's a number. I could name any number of stories in there, but those are just some that come to mind right away.
Wow. Yeah. Tell us again how a person can purchase the books or the magazines.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah. They can either go to our website. That's the easiest way, DetroitStoriesQuarterly.com. That's DetroitStoriesQuarterly.com. And you can see right there where you can go to issues. And all the issues are there, and you click on any one of the pictures of the issue, and it'll take you to where you can purchase it on Amazon, because all of our magazines are available on Amazon. Okay. You can also go to Amazon and just type in Detroit Stories Quarterly, and they'll come up. Okay. But like I said, you go to our website, you can get that, as well as background about what the magazine is about, and also interviews with the authors, live interviews. You can hear the authors talking about their stories and other things that are there. So, but that's how you can just go to DetroitStoriesQuarterly.com or go to Amazon and type in Detroit Stories Quarterly, and that's how you can get our magazine.
Yeah, I've ordered one already, Ms. Brooks.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
Okay. Excuse me, I've ordered volume 6 because I was interested in where that alley was going.
Okay.
And I just, and for people out there that are fans of Octavia Butler, because she just passed away recently, and that sister. When you talk about science fiction, that sister is really with it. Now,
she's the standard bearer.
Yes,
she's the standard. She is. She's the level we all want to reach. Yeah.
So I'm letting everybody out there know, if you're a fan of Octavia Butler, you gotta subscribe and get what's the size of the magazines? About what? How many pages you think there?
It's always a little over. Each one is a little over 100 pages. Okay. Anywhere between 120 and 130 pages, right around there.
That's not a bad size, folks. And
sounds more like a book.
And are they always $10? Because I know I picked that one.
Right. Yes, they're $10.
You can't beat that, folks. $10. You're getting various stories and from some accomplished writers, and they're looking for more writers. And I know we got a lot of them out there.
Okay. Now let the viewers know how to contact you or who?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Viewers can contact us directly through our email, just Detroit Stories Quarterly at gmail.com.
WGPR Detroit HD2.
You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit.
FM 88.1 WHPR, Highland Park.
WVIE 107.3 FM Charlotte, Amalia, Virgin Islands.
Okay.
That's Detroit Stories Quarterly at gmail.com. So if you remember Detroit Stories Quarterly, that pretty much tells you everywhere you need to go to find us. You know, we have a Detroit Stories Quarterly site page on Facebook as well, which has our information. So you can go there and you can see our information there. But if you want to write to us, just write us to Detroit Stories Quarterly at gmail.com.
Okay. Now, when they go to the website and or Amazon, does it give them a overview of the stories that they may choose to purchase?
On the website,
on the website. Okay.
We have some background. That's the purpose of the website is we have background there and links to the stories and what's in different stories.
Right.
And also, like I said, we have a subscription because we have on our Facebook page, we have particularly when we start previewing the pages, we always preview some of our issues with background, what they can find in each story.
Right,
yeah.
Right. Wait. Back up. You said a subscription. You talk about that.
Oh yes, on the site, what that subscription is if anybody wants to subscribe. Unfortunately, we can't. What that is subscribing to our list, and then once because we have a list that we send out. So every time we're sending out, letting people know when the magazine is coming out, what new things are coming up, what other just staying in touch with us. We have our list of supporters. So we basically once you subscribe, that gets you in our database, and we can let you know every time every magazine is when each magazine is coming out, or if we have any special issues or every time we have a live interview coming out. And you're on our list, you'll be notified of that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I was thinking you said the magazine comes out quarterly, and it would be 40 or 50 or whatever it is a year to receive each.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm sorry. No, we don't have a subscription like that where you can pay, because that would be coming direct. Because right now we're just publishing to Amazon, so we're not able to do that directly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Because I was thinking that would be a nice birthday present as well. That's why I was
thank you for asking. We might look into that.
Right.
Well, don't forget now, I want 2 signed copies.
You got them. You got them come. Absolutely.
Now, Miss Broughton says she want that volume 2, that Beast of Bel Air. She want volume 2, Beast of Bel Air. I've already ordered volume 6, so how about fall issue, volume 5, Corona My Love. What's that? Hit me with that right quick.
Corona My Love.
Oh yeah, Corona My Love. I've got that. I've kind of an abstract take on the coronavirus. But basically, Corona My Love is about a young artist who creates creates a woman in his own mind, paints her, and she comes to life. And it turns a horror story really, because he paints the woman on a canvas. And the woman takes, and what it is she's really the personification of death. Is what it is, and becomes to haunt him, and that's what that's all about.
Oh my God!
And her name is Corona. Huh?
Yeah, right. I'm listening to that. Oh no! Ooh,
I love it. I love it. I can't wait to get my copy, folks. Yeah, go on the Amazon site. Go on the website, DetroitStoriesQuarterly.com. And pick up a couple of volumes. Sit down, good reading, because technically, we're still in what they call a shutdown. So a lot of people still don't want to leave the house.
Right.
So get Corona My Love, volume 5, and enjoy.
And it's an opportunity to sit and read.
And support local writers too.
Yes, indeed.
Because there are some folks are suffering from what is cabin fever.
Oh yeah.
But when you start to read and you get involved in the story, your cabin fever is not as intense as it would be if you were just walking around the house trying to think of something to do. You know, and this would be a wonderful way to pass the time.
You got to get them on the call this Saturday, Miss Broughton.
Oh, absolutely. How did you know I was thinking about that? You know, it's Saturday, Keith, every Saturday.
Oh.
Hood Research has started this May the 9th of last year because people would call us and I'm mad. What are you mad about? I'm mad because that governor shut things down. I can't go bowling or to the bar. Oh, wow. And then some people would call us and I'm so bored. See, they didn't know about the Detroit Stories Quarterly. And they were bored. And they were just tired of TV and just nothing to do and no place to go. He said, oh, wow. But you know, Keith, when people started calling us, telling us that they were sad, they were depressed, and they were having times when anxiety was really getting to them, that we decided at Hood Research that we would start having an afternoon with Hood Research every Saturday, starting at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, and we would go until 6 p.m., 2 until 6 every Saturday. And it's what they call a phone cast. I guess that's slang now. You know, we do a television cast on Monday mornings, but every Saturday at 2 p.m. we start a phone cast. And you just need to call in to 1-978-990-5000. And the access code is 338-729. You press the pound key and you're on with us. You hear us talking, and right at the very beginning you may hear a little jazz, you know, but we go each hour and we have a subject. It's like a magazine. Every hour is something different. And we invite you to join us. And what would be the best hour for you? 2, 3, 4, 5, whichever one you want. You can.
I'm sorry. I remember you're asking me. Yeah, for me, it would be. Let me check. This Saturday is my birthday, so my wife is taking me out.
Well, happy birthday!
Yes.
Thank you.
Happy birthday!
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
We'll sing.
But any hour. Say 2 o'clock would be fine.
Okay. All right. So now the following Saturday, since you're celebrating this Saturday.
Yeah, I'm celebrating this Saturday. Yes, so if it'll be the following Saturday, that'd be great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful. Okay.
Well, good. Well, for your birthday, I'm going to come through. I got to see you tomorrow. Cause I got to catch up to you. I'm going to give you, I want to buy 5 of the issues, and we're going to give them out as gifts down here at the station. You know, for people who call in, let them know so we can get acquainted with what's going on.
Absolutely.
It's all love with the Hood Research feedback, Brother Keith.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yes. And then the following Saturday, you will have another opportunity to share the information with those who log on.
Thank you so much. I look forward to that.
Not a problem at all.
Well, we coming up on it, Miss Brony said to me, too.
Follow Hood Research on Twitter.
Indeed. Well, I just want to say to Brother Keith, I know you're an author. I saw those books you got out. So we got to get you back in here again and talk about your books.
Yes.
All right.
But
I'll be glad to come back for sure.
Indeed, brother.
All right.
Loved it.
All right. And thank all of you for tuning in. Our guest today, Keith Owens. And it's Detroit Stories Quarterly. What?
Okay. We got a little extra time, Tim telling me.
Oh, well,
we got 5 more minutes.
Well, in that case, I will sing happy birthday to you. Faraha kuzaliwa to you. We love you so much. We love you. We do. Faraha kuzaliwa to you. We love you so much. We love you. We do. Faraha kuzaliwa from the nation to you. All our ancestors send their blessings to you. The seasons are changing for you and for me as we struggle to be strong, African free. Faraha Kuzaliwa to you. We love you so much. We love you. We do. Farah. Kuzaliwa to you. We love you so much, Keith Owens. We love you. We do. And happy birthday.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Thank you so much.
That's happy birthday in
Indeed.
Swahili.
All right. You
Yeah,
got
that
to
was
get on
beautiful.
down near the Burts.
Yeah,
You,
all
and, you and Miss Broden hook up. We got a powerhouse.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, but
I
we,
love that voice. Miss Broden,
Well,
you the best.
Thank you. But we are looking forward to talking about the books that you have written as well. Just we got a few minutes, so just tell us what they're about, and then we'll do another in depth about your books.
Sure. I've got a couple of. I've got one, two. They're very different. One called Fire and Wanda, which is more a semi-autobiographical novel about kind of growing up. It's about a young man who grows up as a black kid in a white environment and just kind of learning what blackness means to him. And his way to kind of learning his way in the world, and it's kind of coming of age story, and the things that he goes through and trying to find out what blackness is, and is he or is he not black enough, that sort of a thing. And so it's just kind of different take on that. And like I said, it's a semi-autobiographical novel. The other one is two parts of a three-part trilogy called the Mayonnaise Murders, and that's science fiction. The third part is done, but I'm releasing that probably next year, so it's done. I just have to get it edited. But Mayonnaise Murders is a science fiction trilogy, and that is basically about it's about an entirely different world, really, called Planet 10, where a certain kind of drug is created to keep an alien race enslaved, and mayonnaise is used as a part of that to create that. It's very far-fetched.
And I like mayonnaise too. Oh, wow.
Not
That's
mustard.
Mayonnaise, not salad dressing, mayonnaise.
Right.
Listen. So we're going to look forward to hearing about those as well.
Yeah, it's some fun.
Yes. And the third book is going to be released this year?
Yeah, I've actually finished it already, but I'm going back. I want to get that edited. And so once I get that done, it should be out. It should be out this year once it's fully edited. Because I want to release that one re-release the other two with it as a full trilogy altogether.
Okay.
Because I literally started the book about 23 years ago.
Wow.
And then I put it down for a while and started. And the second volume was completed about 3 years ago. And so because they're all so far apart, I want to re-release them all together. As a trilogy, so that's what I'll be doing.
That's wonderful. And we'll have to figure out a way to have a book signing, because
I love that. That'd be wonderful.
What is going on now with the governor? First, you say you will, and then you won't. Next, you think you will, and then you don't. I mean, our buildings, our businesses are open, and then they're shut, and they're oh goodness, but. We pray that this is going to come to an end and a conclusion sooner rather than later, so that we can present what's important in our community, to our community, share it with others. And this positiveness, we just have to continue promoting, because as we were talking earlier about the Grammys and the negativity and the bad rap and negative rap that is being used to undermine the black community is what we have a problem with. So I really appreciate you being on with us this morning and sharing good news. That's what we like, good news.
Well, thank you. I'm glad. Thank you again so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, certainly. So, Detroit Stories Quarterly.com, right? Did I get it right? All right. And then Detroit Stories Quarterly at gmail.com.
That's correct.
And that's for those tuned in who may be looking for an opportunity to share their Twilight Zone stories.
Absolutely.
Okay. So for those of you who are tuned in this morning, I want to thank you so much for sharing with us and taking the time to be with us. And as I say at the end of the show, It's not necessary for you to know everything. What is necessary is for you to know how to find what you need when you need it. We at Hood Research seek out as much information as we can to share with you and invite you to share with us. And tune in again next week. The telephone number for Hood Research is area code 248-234-2371. That's 248-234-2371. Log on to hoodresearch.org. hoodresearch.org. And follow us on Twitter. We also invite you to join Hood Research. $20 a year. Thank you. And Mark?
Yes, indeed. Just want to say thank you once again, Brother Keith, for coming on the show, calling in, checking in with all our listeners and viewers.
Absolutely.
And it was a wonderful morning. It was a great show. Brother Bernard on earlier. I'm telling you, Tim running the engineering and handling everything. Man, the boards, and it's all about everybody coming together, and that's the important part. And just want to say thank you again, brother. Your writing is stellar. I always followed you over at the Free Press, and being a journalist myself, you know, I look at you as a bit of a mentor in my life, because, brother, you came hard with it. And I know, and I know you had a syndicated column, and brother, I kept up with it, so that's important.
That means a lot, man. That means very much. Thank you so much.
Yes, indeed, brother. I appreciate that love.
All right.
But we gonna get you on again, brother. We got to.
Anytime.
Right.
Get you down here in the booth. We're going to get this corona stuff out the way.
Oh, Lord.
Right. Yeah, I'd much rather be seeing y'all face to face, so I look forward to that.
Oh, okay. Thank you again.
All right, take care.
Yes, sir.
All right. And for everyone, tune in again next Monday, 9 a.m. But we'll talk to you Saturday at 2. Peace. Feedback. Hi, this is Theo Broughton.
And I am Thabiti Mpinga.
Inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for Feedback,
a positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
And take us along with you. Feedback.